and it gives off all of this air that comes all the way up, 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 up. Let me see you guys, put your hands up, 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 like this. The air comes up, 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 right? And then as it's high in the sky, it makes all these clouds. All these clouds. Where's your clouds? Let me see your clouds. Kind of like crazy clouds, right? And then you have, that produces what? Rain. Rain, and then the rain comes back down. It gets kind of sucked all the way back down into the middle. And while all of that is going on up there, down here, you have these things, what's called a rain wall, that makes a circle.
Yeah.
Makes a circle like a whirlpool. So have you ever taken your finger and stuck it in a cup of water and done this? If you do this in a cup of water and keep going, the water will eventually keep twirling around and around and around and around and around. And it produces a lot of waves. A lot of waves in the ocean. So it kind of looks like you taking your fingers. You see your fingers? Like you're taking your fingers and you're sticking it in a cup of water. Moises, let me see your fingers. Let me see your fingers. Stick in a cup of water. You twirl it around and around and around and around and around like that. All the way around. You keep going really, really, really fast. If you keep going really, really fast, let me see yours, Jose. Then you take your finger out, the water will keep going by itself. Because you spun it around really fast. And that's kind of what a hurricane looks like. That's what happens. Beach.
Yeah.
And you see all these waves that come out, and it slams up against the land. So let me show you. See that? Whoa, look at that. Over here, you see way up here? I'm short. Can you see that? Way up here, right there. This is Florida, the state of Florida. Yeah, Disney World is in the state of Florida. And so in this part of Florida, you see that? You see what I was talking about? Where it looks like you take your finger, the hole right here. What is this called? The hole right here called? We just said it's the what? The eye. The eye. Okay, so it's the eye. And it's like somebody took their finger and stuck it and did a whirlpool like this. Around and around and around and around and around. You see all these waves come all the way out, and then it hits right there on the land.
What causes a hurricane? What causes a hurricane?
What causes a hurricane? I just said what causes a hurricane. I just said it. Who can tell Kai what causes a hurricane? Who can tell Kai? Haley?
What's a hurricane? There's a kind of like a hurricane is like a little circle like this. But it gets a little bigger, and that's what a hurricane is.
Did you get that? Because I didn't hear you. I didn't hear her. So you want me to explain it again? You want me to explain it again? Okay. Turn around. I'll explain it again. First you have the ocean. Where's your ocean?
The ocean goes down.
Where's the ocean? Oh, your ocean, right? And what happens with the water in the ocean? What has to happen?
It goes like this.
It has to be really hot, right?
No.
Remember, like boiling water in a pot? It has to be really hot. And when it gets really hot, then what comes up off of it?
Air.
Air. Thank you, Sierra. Air. So the air pulls up. It goes up, 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 and it becomes what in the air?
Big clouds.
Big clouds.
Because the water needs the air from the water to go up.
Is that right?
Is the hurricane good? Because the water is the air.
Because it comes up, because as it's heating up, it comes into the air into storm clouds, right? And then what happens?
And then it comes down.
Back down into the middle. What's the middle called?
The eye.
The eye. The eye.
It's like
Back
a
down
giant
into the middle. Wait a minute. And if it comes back down into the eye, then what happens at the bottom?
It turns around.
It spins around like a pinwheel, like a whirlpool. Like a whirlpool. Like a whirlpool, like a
You
whirlpool.
stick your finger in the water.
Like you stick your finger in the water. Now I want to talk to you really quick about what causes the most damage. Because hurricanes are not, are they good? Hurricanes are good?
No.
It's part of weather.
But it causes rain though.
It does. It does help to cause rain. And what makes it so dangerous and so damaging in hurricanes is what is called a storm surge. Turn to your neighbor and say storm surge. Storm surge.
Tell Valeria. Hi, tell
A
Valeria.
storm
Tell
surge.
Valeria. Storm surge.
That is, the storm surge is, you remember when it's twirling underneath? And it's twirling, twirling, twirling in the water? The wind from that is pushing it out. The wind from the twirling, let's show you. From here. The wind right in here, as it's pushing it out and it's pushing the waves out into the land, that's called a storm surge. And so when it comes down, I keep wanting to touch the TV. When it comes down and it hits the land, what does it cause? Causes a lot of damage.
Oh. That's a house.
That's a house. There used to be a house, a whole house that was standing there.
And what happened?
It got hit by a hurricane. Winds
Whoa.
and a lot of water. It also causes what? Remember we just learned about flooding.
They live next to the sea with nobody?
Well, sometimes people live by the beach. They have some houses that's not far from the beach. And look at that.
Oh!
So if there are boats out there and you see all those waves, did you see all those waves? So if there are boats out there, what happens to the boats? They get pushed around and around and around because they're in the water, huh?
Because
Sometimes they get sucked in because remember it's a whirlpool.
Wait, no.
Remember?
The water is over there.
And it washes out. That was a freeway. And you see where it says Galveston? That's down in Texas. That used to be a freeway where there are lots of cars and trucks and other debris. Yes, these are real pictures. There's some more.
Oh!
Whoa. So it can push, it's very strong.
That's a police car.
No, it's not a police car. One of them is an SUV, and one of them is like a minivan. And they were, you see all that water? Remember when we learned about floods?
Yeah.
You see all that water? So when you have a hurricane, and it comes and it touches the land, meaning that it comes from the ocean off the beach and it goes where the houses are, it causes what? Flooding. Remember how we learned about flooding and you guys drew those nice pictures of the houses? You saw the rooftops of the houses, you saw all that water in the floods and the rooftops and stuff? And so this is part of what can cause flooding is a hurricane. And it pushes. In Texas and Florida?
Could a hurricane live in Oakland?
I'm sorry?
Can a hurricane live in Oakland?
In Oakland? No, it doesn't come off the bay. It usually just comes off the ocean. Here's another picture. Is there more pictures? Oh, no more pictures. That's it. You see how bad it can be?
I saw a picture.
So when it reaches the land,
We're good to go from now on?
reaches the land and it reaches, hello, Bailey,
I'm staying here.
stay with me. When it reaches the land, it causes a lot of
Picks
flooding.
them up and tell her about, I told her somewhere that I went over in the morning, but he could tell
Yeah.
her that we did, because I talked to God,
Okay.
but he won't contact her before tomorrow.
Okay.
Jose.
Did he have a pencil box or anything in this? Did you have a pencil
It
box
reaches
or
a
anything?
lot of flooding. So we learned a
Maybe
few
she has them on the
words.
tables. Okay. We'll get you one.
Let's go over some of the words that we learned, okay?
Hey, Alex, you want to sit here for a second for me? Thanks, Mr. Mariano.
The word for
Be quiet while she's finishing, okay?
when the water comes off the ocean is called exhaust. Can you say exhaust? Let me hear you. Exhaust. We have exhaust. What does that mean? Exhaust is the hot air. Remember when we talked about how the ocean water has to boil? And then you have the hot air that comes up, 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 up. That hot air is called exhaust. Are you with me, Sierra? That hot air is called exhaust. Moises, crisscross applesauce. We have storm clouds. You know what storm clouds are, right?
Yeah.
So when the exhaust goes up, they become what? Storm clouds. Storm clouds. And then when it comes back down into the middle, it goes into the what? Into the eye of the storm. And then down below, the whirlpool is called spiraling winds.
Ooh.
Say spiraling winds. Spiraling winds. So let's see, stand up. Everybody stand up. Let's show spiraling winds. Stick your arms out. Jose, come on. Haley, come on.
You want to stand up, Alex?
Stick them kind of down like a
Why don't you stand
penguin.
up and do it? Try it.
Zayla, let's go. King Josiah, Matthew, Bobby. Come back, Bobby. Don't run away from me.
Matthew, let's go.
Matthew, up, 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 up. Zayla, let's go. Matthew, don't get a check. Let's go.
My legs are tired.
Oh, your legs are fine. You have young legs. Ready? Have your arms out like mine. You see how mine are? Like mine are. And then we're going to twirl and twirl and twirl really fast. Twirl, 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 twirl. Are you dizzy yet? Twirl, 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 twirl. And that's what happens underwater. Okay, stop, 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 stop. Stop. Have a seat. That's what happens to the waters under the water. So if you're doing that underwater, then what's going to happen? It's going to go up and up and up. It's going to create a lot of waves.
Let's go.
That's going to come out from the middle. And once it reaches the land where the houses are, then it's going to cause a lot of damage and a lot of flooding. So turn to your partner and tell them everything you know about hurricanes.
A hurricane?
Ready? Go.
Oh
yeah.
It can go in the water, and it can go hot gun,
No. No.
and all the hot air goes up into the sky, and it makes rain, and rain goes all the way to the eye.
Giselle, you tell Kai what you know about hurricanes.
Everybody's stomach hurts. Her stomach hurts. She doesn't feel sticky.
Why don't you go to the bathroom, try to go poop, and then get some water.
You hear what you
Go
know
to the
about
bathroom.
hurricanes. Say your partner everything that you know about hurricanes. Come on, Bobby.
You might need to tell her more.
Hurricane, the water